On the list of pet peeves.
How many do you think you get?
5 a day.
Really?
It's aggravating.
I've had 2 this morning so far since I turned my phone on at 9 a.m.
Robocalls are near the top of everyone's list.
I hate them. Man. But, you know, I have to answer my phone because I'm a musician and I get gigs, so I have to answer.
According to federal stats, Americans receive 2.6 billion robocalls a month. A month. And they're getting harder to ignore.
And they use like the first 6 digits of my number, so it gets very annoying.
That's called spoofing, and they can even spoof your entire number. The FTC says scammers just this week spoofed the real number of the Social Security Administration. And while some are savvy enough to spot a scam,
that threw up a red flag when I heard that, because Social Security office doesn't call people on the phone.
Thousands are not. According to the FBI, 3/4 of all economic crimes start with calls.
The reason of this call is to inform you that IRS is filing lawsuit against you.
That IRS scam? It's been around for years, bilking $54 million from unsuspecting victims.
Do you get robocalls?
I just got one on the way here. So yes, believe you me, it irritates people out there just like it does us.
Jeff Landry is one of 35 state attorneys general demanding the FCC allow phone companies to do more to block illegal robocalls. But in the meantime, he says,
never give out your private information, never agree to give a credit card over the phone.
In fact, the best thing to do is hang up. If you engage in conversation, it lets the telemarketer know it's a live number, and they may share it with others. You can also add your number to the federal Do Not Call list at donotcall.gov.
I put my number on the do not call list too, but it doesn't seem to work, so.
And if you've already tried that and it didn't really help, you might want to try downloading apps. There are free ones and subscription-based ones. We tried the free ones first. If you have an Android or an iPhone, download the Hiya app.
So this one is actually, that was Cox telling me that I needed to pay my bill still. This was an actual survey from the city on bicycle use.
Several of us in the newsroom gave it a try. Its Warn Me feature works like caller ID, labeling calls as spam, surveys, and real business calls.
It didn't ID everyone, but it did ID most of the calls that weren't in my contacts, so I thought that was pretty helpful.
Well, so far it seems to be working. I haven't gotten any calls since I downloaded the app.
There's also a block feature. Our boss tried both. First, the Warn Me option, which actually went back into his phone log and red flagged old calls as well as new ones.
All the way up to September 19th, I see one that says possible scam or fraud.
And then last Friday, he tried to block them all.
I think it's blocking them, actually, because I'm not seeing nearly the number I saw before I did that. I was getting 4 a day.
But if you're still having troubles after trying the free apps, there are others out there. The Nomo Robo app won an FTC contest for blocking robocalls, but it's $1.99 a month. Only you can decide if it's worth it to try to silence the scammers. Karen Swenson, Eyewitness News.